Hey, it's Matty, MixAndMasterMySong.com. Today I'm going to show you the 3 hits and 3 misses I feel they got with Studio One 4. I'm not a big fan of negativity, so what we'll do is we'll start on the positive stuff first, and then at the end of the video I'll show you some things I feel like they could have improved and I thought would have been implemented in Studio Pro version 4, but just weren't, and I'm kind of disappointed. But that being said, let's hop in and I'll show you some of the great stuff that's been put into the new version. So you see here, I just got a blank session. The first and really coolest thing they got now is if you go to File and you go Open, you can now import OMF and AAF file formats. So I have this song here, and it was in a Pro Tools. The client sent it in Pro Tools, and I saved it as a AAF, and I didn't save it well. I should have made it in a different folder, but that's neither here nor there. And it's just 3 simple files, but there was a lot of editing done. So I wanted to mix it in Studio One. So I just exported it as an AAF in Pro Tools and just got to tell this to accept the files. And look how fast that happens. They're all imported into here with all the different edits right out of Pro Tools. It will also usually have a lot of the volume changes and automation that was done in Pro Tools as well. You won't get the plugins, but still, this is a lot quicker way of getting files out of other DAWs and into Studio One. So this is great. The only thing I wasn't crazy about is for some reason it exports stereo files as 2 mono files. Not a big deal. We can just go left and right with these and keep moving forward or convert them to stereo in Studio One. So that's huge. It's going to be a big game changer for me, a real big time saver too. The other great one is the fact that you can now import session data. So you go to Songs, import session data. Whoops, hit export there. Songs, import session data. And now, one note is I tried going from my templates. I have templates that I use in every mix, and you can't import from templates. So what I had to do was go and save my template as a song, and to, where is it, Matty Temp. And so now this is my template as a song. Click Open, and here are all my effects, all my drum buses and different buses I use, and my main master fader and all that stuff. And now I won't do all of them, but just a couple for now. And import a couple reverbs and a couple delays into this session. Click OK, and there they are, my plates, rooms, and delays. Now, one thing, and I'm not sure if you use FX channels, then it might be fine, but in order for me to import these buses with my effects, because I don't, if you've seen some of my past videos, I like to use the buses instead of the effects channels for the simple fact that is I like to send my delays to reverb sometimes and vice versa. I like to be able to send effects to other effects. So I set it up as buses. Now, I had to make these appear in the edit window just by, going to edit volume, and then they pop up in your edit window. I had to make them into the edit window, put them into the edit window in order for me to be able to import the session data. So that leads me to the conclusion that unless your files are in the edit window, which normally they would be, you can't import them into another session. So if they're just in your mix window, they won't show up on the import session data. Maybe that's a little glitch they can fix down the road, but it's not a big deal. I just saved them like that, and now it's easy to import. Now, the third and final favorite hit of the new Studio One is a very simple one, but a great one called Show Channel Notes. And if you just go to your little wrench, you can go Show Channel Notes, and they appear, and you can write all kinds of notes. This is great. And they'll stay in your session. I was using this other plugin that you could write notes in before, so it wasn't a big change, but I do use some outboard gear, as you guys know, and it's great to be able to put the settings. I put my drums through this 1073 pre I just got. It's a dual 1073, and I put my drums through it sometimes to give them a little more harmonics and punch and warmth and depth, and it's great for that. I can just write down my settings because I don't change this much, but I can write down the settings and whatnot, and then same goes for my master bus compressor. I can write down the settings in here or take a picture or whatever. But really cool to have notes. It'll be great for when people send their drums and they put the mics. A lot of times people will put the mics so I know which mics they used on their drums. Can put them right in the notes. So that'll be great. Now, a few things that I felt that I was pretty sure was going to come out and just didn't, and I still don't understand why. First and foremost, pre-post fader metering. It's in every DAW in the world, I believe, and it's just I hate working the way it is now. I can't pick. It seems like a pretty easy fix, but it's still not there. The other thing, and this is probably just me, but I like I sometimes like to send one track to two different buses, one for just to mix and one for parallel. You still can't do that in here. If you make a bus, let's see, if you create a bus, add bus to channel track. Let me close this popping up thing. If you make a bus, it's only bus 1. I can't send, and then if I make another bus, that's bus 2, right? But I can't send this track out to bus 1 and bus 2. I can't main these both bus 1, right, and just send them out to bus 1. And I know that's a pretty small thing, but it's something I've done in Pro Tools for years. That's been really simple. Great way. I send my drums, and then I send my drums to the same bus, but on a different channel for parallel compression. Can't do that. I really miss that. I think that should be a pretty easy fix too. It's just an option to send one channel to multiple buses. I know this is nitpicky, but it is what it is. The last thing is the way the audio effects, they call it event effects process. It works pretty well, and I like that it's undoable. The main thing I was hoping for was a tape stop. That's a really pretty cool effect that's used on a lot of songs. In studio and Pro Tools, it's very simple to do. You just select the track and go to your audio effects and hit tape stop. I was hoping you'd be able to maybe do that in the event FX. You know, so it's not big, but I wanted a tape stop. That's all I wanted was a tape stop and some pre-post fader. Other than that, it's a pretty cool release. If you're a producer, this is a huge release. I feel like this release was more geared towards producers, not so much mixing, mastering guys. So maybe in version 5, we'll get all our stuff. We'll see. But yeah, if they could just get the event effects to work better like that and do the tape stop, I'm wondering if they say ARA or ARA, whatever you want to call it, 2.0 is coming. I'm wondering if that will implement the tape stop maybe, because it's a great way to integrate effects into Studio One, but we'll see what happens with that. So anyway, other than that, pretty cool release. Wasn't as exciting as I would hope it to be, being mostly a mixer. I don't really produce much anymore, but for you producers, I'm sure you guys are having a blast with it. So check it out. I'm sure you can download a demo. I bought it right off because I use it every day, but it's great. If you got any comments, leave them below. If you need your songs mixed and mastered, hit me up at MixAndMasterMySong.com. And please like and subscribe if you can to help us keep making these videos. All right, thanks. Have a good one.